Work together 6-3. Completing a worksheet. Use the worksheet below. Your instructor will guide you through the following examples. Number 1, we're going to extend the up-to-date balances to the balance sheet and the income statement columns. Then you're going to rule a single line across the income statement and balance sheet columns, total each column, and then number 3, calculate, or part of 2 is calculate and record the net income or net loss, label the amount in the account title column, and then total and rule the income statement and balance sheet columns. Okay, so now what we're going to go ahead and move over to, make this a little bit bigger so that we don't have any problems. This is what our worksheet from yesterday, from 6-2, should look like. I'll go ahead and turn this sideways so you can see more. If you notice that the supplies, the account, the adjustment is 131, and then if you go down and you look at your supplies expense, it's 131 as well. So now what we need to do is we need to decide what goes in the income statement and what goes on the balance sheet. Well, if we remember from previous lessons, the balance sheet is assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. The income statement is just our expenses and our revenues. So, all we need to do first is to bring across our totals. So if we're looking at cash, it belongs on the income statement. So I'm going to follow that straight across. And right now cash is in the debit. So I'm going to say, okay, there should be $9,000 in the debit account there. So I'm going to move down to the next one. Petty cash. Petty cash is also considered an asset. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the debit account. Okay, and then I'm going to keep going through that all the way down through capital and drawing. Then I'm going to go down to sales, which is right here. And then advertising expense, insurance expense, miscellaneous expense, supplies expense, and utilities expense. And those are all going to belong on the income statement. So I'm going to go ahead and show you those answers so that you can see. Okay. So look, as we just spoke, on the income statement, there is nothing except for the sales and the expenses. That's the only thing that belongs on the income statement. And then the only thing that belongs on the balance sheet are assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. Okay? So, what we're going to do is then your next step is to try and do this. It might be a little shaky, sorry. We're going to go through and add them all up, and then we're going to take our net income, find our net income, and give us a total. So 2790 plus the 1,530 equals 4,020. Then we go over here and we add our amounts, and that's 4,020. See how those two accounts right there are equal? Now we have to take our net income here, and we also have to bring our same net income over to the balance sheet. So then we're going to go ahead and add up all the debits. Then we're going to add up all the credits, including the net income, and then they should balance.